Welcome to the SEVIS training for sponsor officials. This training will facilitate your understanding of the role of a responsible officer or an alternate responsible officer as related to the administration, maintenance, and management of the Exchange Visitor Program and Exchange Visitor and Spouse Dependent Records in SEVIS. In this presentation, we will discuss three functions available for the college, university student category: student employment, academic training, and matriculation. We'll also discuss two functions for research scholars and professors: alternate between professor and research scholar, and create out-of-country record. This presentation does not replace the Exchange Visitor Program regulations found in Title 22, Part 62 of the Code of Federal Regulations. For detailed guidance on the Exchange Visitor Program, visit j1visa.state.gov. Now we will look at the process used to authorize college-university students for employment. From the Exchange Visitor Information page, click the Add Student Employment link. The Add Student Employment page displays. Complete the required fields including employer name and address, number of hours per week, and employment begin and end dates. Select an employment type. The options are assistantship, fellowship, off-campus, on-premises, and scholarship. Remarks are required only if the employment type is off-campus. Click the Add Student Employment button. The employment will display on the Student Employment History page. If needed, the employment segment can be updated or canceled. Additional employment segments can be added by clicking the Add Student Employment link. Now we will talk about how to authorize a college-university student for academic training. From the Exchange Visitor Information page, click the Add Student Academic Training link. The Add Student Academic Training page will display. Complete the required fields including supervisor name and contact information, site of training name and address, number of hours per week, training begin and end dates, and training objectives. Once all required fields have been completed, click the Add Student Academic Training button. A confirmation page will display showing that the update has been successful. Click the Print Final DS 2019 button. The added segment of academic training will display on the form. On the Exchange Visitors and Dependents menu page, you will have the option to view a list of all your exchange visitors who are authorized for either student employment or academic training. If any changes are needed, return to the Exchange Visitor Information page. From this page, select the Student Employment History link or the Student Academic Training History link to access the page where the changes can be made. Now we will look at matriculating a college-university student to a higher degree level. From the Exchange Visitor Information page, click the Matriculation link. The Matriculation page will display. Select the level to which the student will matriculate. Because this student's education level is bachelor's, the only options are master's or doctorate. Enter a program end date and click the Matriculate button. The student's new category will display on the Exchange Visitor Information page. The table displays the changes of education level that are permitted via matriculation. Exchange visitors may only matriculate to a higher degree level. For example, student bachelors can matriculate up to student master's or doctorate, but may not matriculate to student associates. Now we will talk about the function used to alternate an exchange visitors category between professor and research scholar. On the Exchange Visitor Information page, you can see that the exchange visitors category is research scholar. To change the exchange visitors category to professor, to better reflect their activity at a given point in time, click the Alternate Between Professor and Research Scholar link. The Alternate Between Professor and Research Scholar page will display. Complete the required fields including subject field code and description and financials. Click the Submit button. The Exchange Visitor Information page displays with the exchange visitor's new category. Keep in mind that when alternating between professor and research scholar, the exchange visitor's program dates do not change. Now we will discuss how to document instances of a professor or research scholar continuing to participate in their exchange visitor program activity while outside the United States. On the Exchange Visitor Information page, click the Create Out-of-Country link. The Create Out-of-Country Record page will display. Enter the out-of-country begin and end dates, location name and address, and remarks. Click the Submit Out-of-Country button. The out-of-country record has now been created. Links will now display on the Exchange Visitor Information page, giving you the option to cancel or to update the out-of-country information should the Exchange visitor's plans change. SEVIS will not allow you to create an out-of-country record in the following circumstances. If an out-of-country record, current or future, already exists for the Exchange visitor. If the Exchange visitor's record contains information about an upcoming transfer, or if a request has been submitted to the Department of State for any of the following: change of category, extension beyond maximum duration of participation, or reinstatement. Thank you for watching. For more information and other training videos, visit the j1visa.state.gov website.